Okay, welcome to Pacific. We have Coach Bradley Davis and student athletes Liz Smith and Sydney Ward. We'll start with a comment, opening statement from Coach Davis, and then we'll have questions for the student athletes. Following those questions, we'll dismiss the student athletes and then have questions for Coach. So go ahead, Coach.
As with every single time we play San Diego, it's always a tough physical battle and typically back and forth. So this was true to form. My biggest thing though is we've had a lot of competitive, sometimes overly physical, sometimes whatever it is, but always true competitive matches against San Diego, and we have a lot of respect for Cindy Fisher over there, and we wish her well in her next adventures.
Okay, questions for the student athletes?
Liz.
We can hear you.
Okay.
It's more for the people watching it.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Liz, you guys shot 37% tonight, but you won the game. I presume you look at that and figure you won it with your defense.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
For sure. Defense has always been our emphasis going into every single game because it helps you if you can't get the ball into the hoop. And I think the first game of the tournament is always a little tough offensively, trying to get used to the balls, get used to the rim and stuff like that. But like I said, we lean on our defense and we lean on getting stops consistently. And we ended up with more points than them, and I'm thankful for that. But we held them to not a lot of points, so that helped us a lot.
Well, you got 19 turnovers out of them, so that generates some points.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney, the rebounding battle was pretty even, and you had a big part to that. They rebounded really well last night. You talk about how important that was to getting this win.
I would say it's really important. If I can't do anything else for my team, I know that I can control my rebounding, and that's what I went out and did, and I think everyone else did a great job of that as well.
Liz, when you look at this tournament, you go to play St. Mary's next, I believe, and what do you guys expect from yourselves going forward?
The same defensive intensity as this game for sure. We'll be more accustomed to the balls and the rims and the floor and the atmosphere of the tournament. But I always expect us to win. I'm never betting against us. St. Mary's, they zone a lot, so it's going to be probably a lot of threes and a lot of shots and a lot of ball movement. But I'm excited because did we lose twice to them?
Yes.
We lost twice to them, so we're ready to come back at them.
And a lot of threes means some possibilities of more offensive rebounds. Is that right, Sydney?
That is right. Long rebounds are good for me.
Liz, you've had numerous clutch moments throughout the years at this specific tournament. This time it was a lot more composure from your team across the board. What did you most appreciate about the effort in a game that didn't necessarily have a big gap to it until the end?
Well, at halftime, I told my team, if win or lose, let's not let it be the reason. Let's not let energy or effort or how hard we work be the reason that we lose a game. And I think from there we picked it up and we picked up our effort. And I don't know, I'm just proud of the girls. We stayed together, and it says it on our shooting shirts, but it's real. That's what you have to do to keep advancing in conference tournaments.
And then, Sydney, it's already been a point of emphasis already, but gang rebounding, you and Nia were just in the right position at the right time very consistently. What about your guys' preparation, whether it be for San Diego or just in general, allowed you guys to be prepared for this opportunity?
We go out each other in practice. The coaches are always on us about, being tough on each other, getting ready for games, and I think we all make each other better and we hold each other accountable, and it just shows on the floor.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, thank you.
Bradley,
yeah.
It seems like you've got a lot of different pieces that can contribute in a lot of ways. Can you talk about that and how that can help you as you advance through the bracket, hopefully?
Yeah, we've, with Liz, Anaya, and Liz Elliott, they have a lot of experience in this place, and you're going to lean on them as a coach, and Sydney as well. You're going to lean on those seniors and juniors who have the experience, especially in this first day for us. You have to. And, at this point in season, I felt like even though we lost against Portland at home, we probably played with the best offensive chemistry than we have in a few weeks. So hopefully we can carry that forward.
Can you talk a little bit about forcing the turnovers numbers that you got today and how critical that was? I think you had 13 points off turnovers.
Yeah, honestly, it was something that we talked about in the scout. We thought our guard play could pressure their guard play a little bit and create some turnovers or create some rushed possessions. And I thought Liz and Anaya and Nia Lowry especially did a good job. And I thought Marina did a great job of being long and strong against Kylie, against Horsemeyer. And we needed that kind of defensive effort against this team.
Bradley, there was a lot of timely plays across the board today. When San Diego was making a close run to make it 4 or 5, you guys extended back out to 8 or 9 points. What was ultimately the difference in executing when things can get tight and teams may look over their shoulder?
Yeah, there were some timely plays. I thought, I mean, there were 2 or 3 times where I almost called timeouts, but there was maybe a foul or a stoppage of play or something along those lines, and we were able to kind of settle ourselves. And then, like you said, just hit a timely 3 or get a timely and 1 or something along those lines. And it's what you kind of have to do in tournament time. You know, it's going to be back and forth a lot, and your players have to make some plays, and they just did. They executed really well at stretches, and we made some extra effort plays too.
And when you look at St. Mary's, they changed their defense so much so quickly.
Yeah.
How do you empower your team to trust them to say they can figure out this change with those 2 regular season losses this year versus I need to make sure that I get this team structured on the right path in order for us to advance even further in this tournament?
Yeah, I think we've got to walk that line of making sure we coach them well, but also not overcoach them, so that they can make some reads and reactions on the floor, because we have some pretty experienced players that we're going to lean on a little bit in this game.
Anything else? Okay, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Good luck tomorrow.
Appreciate it.
Okay, we have Coach Cindy Fisher and student athletes Truett Riley and Haley Rhodes. We'll start with a statement from Coach Fisher, and then we'll have questions for the student athletes. Following their questions, we'll dismiss them and have a few more questions for Coach Fisher.
Sure. Congratulations to Pacific. I thought they really battled hard tonight. Did a really amazing job on the boards. And there's a tough team, so I just definitely want to say congratulations to them, and good luck moving forward. And congratulations to these 2 sitting next to me. I thought Haley played one of her best games that she's played, and I just thought she fought to the very end. And Truett down there, we kind of joke about taping her up and gluing her up and putting everything together to just get her out on the floor. And True, you've just been an absolute warrior, and we appreciate everything that you have done, and you've just fought every single step of the way and never gave up. And I just want to really say thank you to both of these players.
Okay, questions for the student athletes?
Hallie, it felt like a game where you guys just kept getting close and close, and then they would put together a little run and extend the lead again. And how frustrating was it not to be able to just close the gap and take the lead?
Well, it's a game of basketball. Each team's going to go on runs. We had our runs, they had theirs. Just didn't work out for us in the end. It's frustrating, but that's how the game goes. I wish Pacific the best in the tournament. Yeah.
True, you had a pretty good couple of games here, but turnovers were a big problem for your team today. What were they doing to make that difficult?
I think just overall, just turning up their intensity and like knowing tendencies, like players and trapping people. I know that when I got the ball, I felt a lot of pressure, so that's good on them. I mean, that's a good scout. So I think that it was difficult for us because we know that our two killers for us are our turnovers and our fouls. So we know we had a lot of turnovers, and it's hard for us to come back from that when we know that our turnovers are high.
Can you both just talk about what the last couple of weeks have been like? I'm sure it's been difficult and emotional with the news that coach is not going to be back, and just talk about what she's meant to you guys and how this has gone.
Well, this year we haven't exactly gotten the amount of wins that we wanted, but the whole entire season, the fight has never left us. We've played the majority of our games close. I'm eternally grateful to Coach Fisher for giving me the opportunity to play here. Me and my sister, both of us, we are so grateful, so blessed to be able to have played under her and the rest of our staff. This has been an amazing year. I wouldn't change anything about it, to be honest with you. It was great.
Yeah, just going off what Haley said, extremely grateful, and it was a great year.
Sure, it's been a long journey from the Cal State San Marcos run, 9 double-doubles this season, all WCC honorable mention. The D2 to D1 transition can be tough. What, if anything, do you think you proved to yourself over the course of this last year?
Yeah. Sorry. I think that Division I was always a dream for me, so I think finally being able to make it here was like pretty cool for me as a little kid. But I'm just extremely grateful, and it's been an incredible journey my whole basketball career, and I'm just grateful to end it here at USD under Coach Fisher.
Haley, your role has been repurposed a number of times throughout this season now, starting to be the lead ball handler. How did you take the coaching from Coach Fisher and staff and make it realize it doesn't matter what I thought I was going to do, but this is what I am doing, and now I'm doing it as effectively as I can?
Yes, it is no secret we faced a lot of diversity this year with our team, with injuries. Lauren going out a little while ago, with an ACL. I just know that my coaching staff believes in me, so I take their coaching and do my best, and they know that I'm going to do my best. So it's just the mutual respect that we have and the understanding that we have that we're going to go out there and fight.
Okay, thanks, Truett and Haley.
Thank you.
All right, questions for Coach?
Hey, Cindy, I'm sure you would like to coach another day or two or three. Can you just talk about just your whole time at San Diego and just what it's meant to you, and maybe if you know what your plans are going forward?
Well, I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I was given 20 years ago from Sue's husband, Kai Snyder, and President Lyons. And, I'm just so thankful for Kai believing in me for all these years and giving me the opportunity to do the thing that I love most in this world, and that's coach basketball. Obviously, it's hard when you've put your heart and soul into something for 20 years, and when they say bleed blue, I bleed blue. I bleed blue for sure. And but obviously this year doesn't define me. The last couple of years don't define me. We've had an amazing run here at USD, and I'm very, very proud of the players and the coaches that have been a part of this program. They've always fought. I don't think you can ever say that Cindy Fisher's team wasn't going to fight, and wasn't going to give it their all every single night. But I don't know what's next. I don't know what's next, but I do know that I have surrounded myself with amazing people. I have an incredible family that loves me very much, and we'll figure it out. But Sue, I know Kai's not here, but if you'll please tell him thank you so much for everything that he's given to me and the opportunity he gave me. And the next chapter will be as fun. I guarantee it. Just don't know what that is quite yet.
Would you like to coach again?
It's in my blood, obviously. It's changed a lot. The game has changed. The recruiting's changed. The resources you need to be successful have changed. But there's a lot of different things going into the world of NCAA basketball right now. But, I'm never going to say no, that's for sure. I know my 13-year-old boy needs me to coach his club team, so I know I'm going to do that kind of coaching. But, I always look at opportunities that present themselves, but I wouldn't change one thing that the last 20 years have brought to me. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Cindy, part of this journey is you doing it with Marianne every step of the way. When you reflect on this whole chapter, this whole era of USD women's basketball, what gives you the most pride about what you two specifically have done together?
Well, yeah, thank you for saying that. Marianne has, been next to me for 20 years here, 5 years at Wyoming, and, she is USD basketball. There's not going to be a human being that will outwork Marianne, and I think everybody in the country knows that, and she is so committed to USD and committed to every success, not only on the basketball court, but in the classroom and in the community and, with the alumni. And she's just done an outstanding job just being there for me. And we're family, we're family. She's just like a sister to me, and I love her very much. And I wouldn't be where I am today without Marianne.
And in a long line of tenacious post players that you've had, Truett Riley seems to have added her name very well and then some. How do you contextualize the journey that she's been on and what she gave you, what seemingly very consistently over the course of this season?
True is just a warrior. I mean, she's a little unorthodox in what she's doing out there, but we call her a little ballerina. But she just is such a workhorse, and she gives 100% every day in practice, every day on the court. She's such a good leader. She's always, in the huddle, like, let's go, let's go. She's never giving up. And yes, she's right up there with some of the greatest we've had. I wish I could have had her for 4 years.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.